It's Thursday, we have electricity, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling. I am your captain, along with the one and only El Jefe, Moses Marquez, coming at you with more opinions about wrestling than Quentin Tarantino has about Paul Dano.
Jesus Christ, I knew this was going to get here. Yes, we have electricity, and we're going to avoid that one, but coming up tonight, predictions for this week's Saturday night's main event, featuring the final match in the career that is the great Jonathan Cena. Oh, it's finally come to an end. The kid in me, I guess, has to die a little bit. Winter has come to AEW, and thank Jesus, it brought one less belt for Mercedes Moné. And as the dust settles on the promo climax, we hear from the former television champions, Cypher, ahead of his tag team match, and promo getting the number one contenders tag team match. So now is a perfect time to make Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling, and all you got to do is hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. For those that prefer the old-fashioned podcast, handle numbers of SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is you get your podcast, and of course for a whole bunch of links and just the beautiful websites that you need to visit on a daily basis. Have it attached to your homepage, your taskbar, your toolbar, whatever the fuck they cool kids call it these days. Check it out, the website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
And obviously we're both coming at you with different angles this week.
Hey.
Yes, that is Bluey and Bingo. But anyway, and normally at this point I'd be sending you to our Facebook group for the official Max Wrestling post show after Max, but our esteemed host Cypher is taking a week off. Nevertheless, QR code is on the screen right now, so you can still go to the Facebook group, join the conversation, and get involved in the discussion, because the end of the show is never the end.
Oh, sorry.
However, it is the end of John Cena's 25-something year career this Saturday night on Saturday night's main event in Washington.
Making me feel older by the second.
And I maybe I'm not the only one that's kind of feeling bad about booing him for all those years. But it was part of Cena's gimmick. We loved to boo John Cena. One day. Even though he was the ultimate babyface, we loved to boo him because he always won and it was annoying.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, nobody else has come close to that kind of legacy, I guess.
No, not even, no. No, it is a legacy. There is no other word or terminology for it. I wonder if people got mad that Hogan always won. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to think of somebody. I was like, did people always hate Flair, and then one minute they decided to love Flair, or was it? And then is that everybody else the opposite, like Hulk Hogan? You know what I mean? Did everybody love Hogan until fucking the NWO thing, or But yeah, it's. I'm again now you're making me feel bad for things we did 15 years ago, but it's I do in a way feel bad because the run of Super Cena, as tarnished as it was, let's be honest, because now I think a lot of people are hitting the rewind button and hey, wait a minute, let's take it back just a little bit, because it was an incredible run. It was a guy that no matter who they threw at him, you just couldn't beat. Again, I literally just brought up Hogan so many times that wherever he's at, he's kicking and screaming. Yeah. But again, it was all about the present. It was all about just this the presence, the aura. That's what the kids call it. I'm trying to think of the cool fancy kids names. The aura that John had, it was the same as Hogan, where no matter the opponent, no matter the circumstance, if he lost it, he'd get it back. But I guess it was a little bit more because John would just not lose it. But in reality, outside of the handful of names that he had massively big rivalries with, was anybody worth a damn? Was him really feuding with the guys like Alberto Del Rio really worth a damn? Look at how big The Miz got after him. You know what I mean? You got to think about all the names that because of him, we can dwell on the times that he buried talent that could have been up and coming or not up and coming. What could have been of Rusev, whatever. Again, we can do the whole bunch of what ifs, but look at all the guys that got put over. You know what I mean? We always talk about the John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. Look at how many names came from that as well. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about his run as an overall entity, the entire thing, from the comedic shtick to him slapping Stephanie on the ass to, you know, him and The Rock, that'll never happen again, but then happens again. You know, it is his own. And yes, we you know what? Now I don't feel as bad, because for the time, it deserved it. It deserved all the negativity in the world. Looking back at it, it's understandable, but but at the same time, like, this is the legacy. This is the no more. We could be in the fields, I guess.
Yeah.
So this brings a lot of emotions out.
I'm glad you brought up Hogan, because I think that was part of the problem. They tried to book him like Hulk Hogan in the wrong era. Like,
yes.
Like, how often did Hulk Hogan lose? He pretty much won all the time. But they tried to do that with Cena. However, Hulk Hogan wasn't working 300 days a year. So after a while, it gets a little oversaturated and a little repetitive that, hey, John Cena win. And in fact, it became a hashtag, Cena wins lol. Because he won all the time. And there was some questionable decisions where maybe he shouldn't have won, or maybe he shouldn't have won this way. For example, making Sabu tap out to the weakest looking STF ever.
Again, like I said, I really wanted to be like, oh no, how dare us boo it? But again, look at how some of these were just the wrong call. It worked out in the end, though.
Yeah, and there were his moments where he did put people over, like Edge, who first ever Money in the Bank cash-in, classic. The feud with Punk, where Punk went over.
Massive. It's the summer of Punk. We dwell on how much it was for Punk, but again, look who was the other half of the equation in that. You needed that star to make that moment.
Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of people consider Punk and Edge probably seen as two greatest rivals.
For sure.
Probably up there with Randy.
For sure.
However, this Saturday, he's up against Gunther, which has split the audience. Some people are okay with it. Some like it. Some think it's ridiculous. Some hate it. It's...
You know, there was we literally just have gone through, well, not his entire history, but we've gone through the history of John, and you've looked at it and you see how long it is. We said 20 plus years. You think about all this, and this, and back then, like back 5-6 years ago, Jey Uso's not a main event guy, and the argument. If you would have said, like, if you would have had this argument, whatever, say Gunther comes 5 years early, blah 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 blah, you know, play the imagination rule. Let's go to imagination land, if you will. If Jey Uso is so, I've never seen him so hot. I've never seen him so over, where it's like people are mad that Jey Uso. Why is he go back to the tag team division? It's like because he's. I don't want to say he's run his course. It's not like he can't go right back to the main event scene. But again, it is a big opponent for a big match. Okay, it is something that, again, a lot of people have been clamoring for. You set this up. You set up Gunther and Brock Lesnar at some point as well. This is step 1 to step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the Gunther train. I don't know how many more steps there are on the fucking Jey Uso train. He's hit them all. You know what I mean? He's gone up and down the stairs already. Go back to the tag division. Win that belt. Then say, hey, guess what? When we randomly need some more fucking main eventers, bam, there's Jey Uso.
Yeah,
I don't understand the hate.
No, Jay's a controversial one too, because like the internet just seems to hate him.
Oh yeah.
But then you see him on TV and they do the run it back every week, and the crowd's just popping. So
fucking loving it.
I don't really get where it's come from. I can kind of understand how, you know, they may be over pushing him a little bit sometimes. Like looking at the tournament, even I was going, is it going to be Jay in the final?
Oversaturation, I think, is what that is.
Yeah, and this was when we kind of knew that it was going to be Gunther, because it got leaked months ago.
Thank God for the internet.
But part of me thinks maybe that's why some people are against Gunther against Cena, because it was leaked a while ago, and we knew before the tournament even began that, oh, they're planning on Gunther versus Cena. Okay, I can see that. And back then we were all for it, and I think a lot of people were all for it. And then they put this tournament together, and maybe some people were just like, well, what's the point? We already know it's going to be Gunther.
Yeah,
but then you've also got people going, but what about LA Knight?
Yeah, but again, I'm trying to look at because again, all these arguments are valid. Let's be real about this entire situation. These arguments are valid. They're not bad opinions. They're not, misleading whatevers. They are all valid. The way I'm looking about this is the overall impact. What is going to have a bigger impact? John Cena versus Jey Uso, where Jey Uso goes on to do what? Exactly. Then you have LA Knight. Again, what could be next for LA Knight? Nothing. At least with Gunther, you can have him, worst case scenario, just absolutely I don't want to say the opposite of Brock Lesnar, where Brock Lesnar brutalizes the dog shit out of him and fucking suplexes him here, suplexes him there. Maybe he just gets completely out-wrestled, outpowered, and then that's it. You know what I mean? John gets a little bit in, but this is such a dominating performance from Gunther. It solidifies that he is back. The guy that was at one time probably one of the better IC champions we've had in the last decade.
Yeah, definitely.
He was believable. His run was just unbreakable, and it was one of those runs where it kind of helped. Like, you were elevated to go against the IC champion. It wasn't just, oh, here's the IC championship match. No, this was an elevation. This was the working man's title again. This had prowess. This had stability. Again, as the kids say, this had aura. You know what I mean? It meant something, especially when Roman Reigns was half on television and half not on television. It's an argument for a whole other day. But again, the impact that we will get from Gunther over an LA Knight, over a Jey Uso, over I was going to say Sami Zayn, but you know what? If you really wanted to kick somebody's rocket right back up, you can put Sami in the place, but we're not going to do it. So, you got to think of the overall impact. Be mad, have your valid opinions. It's what the internet, I wouldn't say it's what the internet's for, but and it's more for bitching. So I guess just get in the bitching train and keep going, I guess.
No, I
dream alive.
Unfortunately, they fucked about for so long with the whole heel run of Cena, which didn't go anywhere because Dwayne was too busy. That we didn't get a lot of matches that we should have had. So we should have had Cena and LA Knight already. We should have had maybe Cena and Jay. But now there's only time for one match against one of these guys, and it's going to be Gunther.
If you read the reports, there's one amount of people to blame for that, and that is whoever was in control of creative. So this is Uncle Paul's fault. If this man said, I have it in me to do, what did he say, 220 matches? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Something like that? Or 220 dates or something like that?
Yeah.
Let him do it. Let him, what's so wrong? I hate saying it like this, if he gets hurt, the cat's wrestled with a torn fucking bicep before. He's wrestled on 2 weeks after having a broken nose. I get it, and I understand. Maybe we're looking out for you, John. But all the what ifs that people are having now, the BFs, the bitch fits that people are throwing now, because my guy didn't get a shot against John Cena. No. My guy didn't get a shot against John Cena. All of those shots could have happened. We could have seen it all. But no. You can't do 220. The people won't like it. The people won't like it, John. You're too much, John.
You got 35.
Are you kidding me? 35 dates instead of 220. Maybe in the middle somewhere. That's what a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm talking about what do you offer me for this watch? It's worth $100. I'll give you £5. What the fuck?
I don't really understand why you would turn that down when your current top star household name, Roman Reigns, he only works about 35 days a year normal.
Period.
So if he's not there full time and John fucking Cena, is offering you a full time schedule, why are you not going to take it?
God, because you know what it is. I really think somebody was like, "But do we really think John's that over? Do we really think John's that over?" Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think he's ever been more over.
So, again, look at where all the impact from Hollywood. Look how much bigger Roman got after Hollywood. Look how much bigger The Rock got. Look, I mean, for crying out loud, he can't make a fucking heel run when he helped plan. Bastard, because it's fucking Hollywood. So it's like, look at the impact. And then again, Hollywood for John, the Peacemaker, cock blockers, all the shit he did. More fame. What was it? The Fred movie? The first fucking movie the cat did is what got him even more so over with the kids in an era in which we hated him because he was for the kids.
Mm. And now Cena's for the kids that grew up.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
But yeah,
I love dick and fart jokes.
But I like
he loves a good dick and fart joke.
I like Gunther as his final opponent. I said maybe it should be Drew McIntyre months ago, and I still think that would have been a great final match, or a match in general to have this year. Another one he missed out on. But
again,
Gunther is the classic Cena opponent. He's the big, strong, evil foreigner. You look at Rusev, Umaga, Cena's faced them all. Great Khali. He's faced them all. All the big evil guys from another country. Cena's the ultimate babyface against him. So it makes perfect sense for him to be against Gunther. And especially if it is going to be a case of Gunther mollywopping Cena. Mike just popped for that. Like we've seen Brock Lesnar do before. Because then there's rumors going around this week that Gunther is going to retire Brock as well at SummerSlam.
Do it.
That's two legends that you're ending within within about an 8-month period, roughly. And if you're going to do it convincingly, defiantly, and in a way that just shows you're the next fucking guy, then more power to you. I think 2026 is going to be a great year for Gunther.
Oh yeah, for dang sure. And that's what I'm driving at. Look at the impact that we're going to get over the other names. Gunther becomes your new legend killer and takes out John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I'm telling you, the fucking sky's the limit after that point.
It's kind of up and down right now whether or not this is going to be the opening match or the main event. I think if they are going to go with this as the opening match, I think that's probably Cena's call so that he can give the spotlight to everybody else. But then you've still got to close the show with a Cena speech or something.
Yeah.
But if it's not the main event, then that's how it should go down. And if it is the main event, then great. But anyway, we'll go for the other matches first. Every other match, the other 3 matches, is all main roster versus NXT. I thought there'd be a couple more, but it's Saturday night's main event, so there's only 4 matches.
Yeah. Could have gave me one more.
I thought it would be more like champion versus champion or something, but we got Bayley versus Sol Ruka, which isn't a bad match. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Very much so. I know Beer's excited. That's for damn sure. NXT guy.
Bayley's a natural choice coming from NXT, of course, and I've only just kind of realized that. But Bayley's a complex character right now. You never quite know where you stand with her. And Sol Ruka is completely on the rise. I definitely expect her to be on the main roster next year, maybe after the Rumble or Mania.
Oh yeah, by late January she should be no problem. By February she should be a regular on fucking Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna have a great match, but I think Bayley's coming out on top on this one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a night of the veterans getting better of the young lads or lasses, whatever. because that's how I'm looking at it. Well, except for the one at the end, but we'll get to that one when we get to that one. But no, it's going to be a good thing. I think Bailey showed up in NXT and attacked Sol Roca, or one of those two things, something like that. Or Sol Roca was on.
They've crossed paths a couple of times. I did watch Deadline. It was a really, really good show.
There it is. It was during Deadline over the weekend. That's what it was. So yeah, a little interaction from them there, setting up this. As much as I'm like, give it some love, bump it. Let's just stay with Bailey on this one. If there's anyone that I would kind of somebody else want to win, I think it's this next one.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. Obafemi just has so much aura. I know we don't watch NXT regularly. It's Beer's thing, but I saw a little bit of Obafemi last year, and I watched Deadline this past week, and just the presence of Obafemi is undeniable.
Dude.
It's kind of a shame that we didn't get Cody versus Ricky, because obviously they got their history, but this should be a spotlight-inducing match for Obafemi, and even though Cody is kind of losing a little bit of steam as champion, I think it would be a complete shock factor if Oba won.
Okay, so I'm a little bit more in tune with NXT because, again, it is getting so much worth it to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's just so good on all fronts, and then no longer with the TNA connection. It kind of bums me out a little bit because I was excited to see how that kept going, but it is what it is. I really want to go Obafemi. I do, because it's like, again, look at the impact. Look at how big this could be. You're beating Cody Rhodes, WWE champion, blah, 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 legacy, grandson of a plumber, the whole 9 yards. But this is kind of where I think you can get Ricky into the main event spotlight. He's just turned heel on on Tuesday. He already told Obafemi he wants a rematch, all this other shit. I can 100% see this like, oh my God, Obafemi's gonna beat Cody Rhodes. Here comes Ricky Starks, makes an interference. Cody, or either gets the match thrown out, or Cody Rhodes picks up the dub. I'm gonna go with Cody winning. Even though, again, I'm with you 100%. This is another opportunity to build a guy. You talked about how we don't regularly, talk about NXT outside of the highlights. But I remember when Obafemi was just this big guy in NXT. He was just this big guy. You know what I mean? His presence was his size, power, and speed. He is trimmed up, gotten way better on the microphone, gotten way better in ring, and is just he is a Vince wet. He's another one of the Vince's wet dreams. The big, massive, strong, fast guys. The guys that you can play with as a monster. He's like legit 6'4", but you can tell the world he's 6'8", because giants. How WWE works. But this is like step one of him going to the main, even as NXT champion, type of shit. He's that good. I don't know if he's that ready, but he's that good.
Yeah. There is another interference factor of possibly Drew McIntyre, who's he's on the longest suspension ever while still appearing every week.
Love this. Adam Pearce.
I don't really understand why he's still suspended. I know he keeps showing up when he's not supposed to, but he literally got booked in War Games. And you're telling me he's still suspended? Even he said on SmackDown, I've done my time.
Well, that goddamn, that fucking Nick Aldis is a goddamn stickler. He is.
You know what? Either interference scenario is likely.
Yeah.
So we're pretty split. All right. This is the latest edition tag team match, Dragon Style, and I can't believe they still haven't called them that. I'm going with it. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Javon Evans is on everybody's radar right now.
Dude. If he's not on your radar, you need to update the radar. You know what I'm saying? This, what show did we watch? Halloween Havoc The Halloween Havoc show, which, by the way, I'm a cheap plug, a bunch of shows on the TSK. Go check them out right now. That's one of them, featuring Nicola, by the way. The Demoness. I had to say it out loud that way, so, the fucking fire and brimstone gets all crazy. Javon Evans and Leon Slater, these guys as a team, I don't know where this rando-ass chemistry came from, because I thought they were just a hodgepodge, and to my knowledge, they are just thrown together hodgepodge style. These guys are great. Their chemistry is awesome. One thing that these guys are with Javon Evans is, and I don't see this more often, facial. His face will tell a whole story. Like he'll like, when he's upset, he'll like, oh my God. When he's excited, he's overly excited. This guy is a big, massive bag of emotions, Javon Evans. He's great. I want to say it was him. Leon Slater's the one that came from the UK. He is another dude. Sound, absolutely technically sound. I'm telling you, these cats together. Again, I don't know if it was meant to be hodgepodge. I don't know if they've randomly worked together. I don't know if the chemistry just happened. They did the backstage fucking clapping, the fucking they echoed through the arena, and they're like brothers. I don't know, but it just. These guys are they're so fucking good. They're just so good. Yeah, but just make them AJ Lee, okay? Just make them AJ, just quotations, AJ Lee. Just because I think it would be hilarious. And then
AJ Lee is tag team champions.
I'm just saying, every interaction with AJ Lee is immediate comedic humor. Like you're telling me Triple H hasn't thought of like 100 jokes already. 100 jokes where they're just like, AJ Lee, and it's like the wrong song hits, and like they're all like walking out like, what the hell's going on? I'm telling you, just like one time, just make it happen, just one time. But yeah, this should absolutely bang, especially since the run that AJ Lee and Dragon Lee are on right now. AJ Lee.
See, we're doing it.
I'm already doing it. That AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are on. These guys are on. Who did they just beat to retain the tag belts?
The War Raiders.
War Raiders. Again, they're keeping it going. Good team against good team. Young versus experienced. I'm gonna go experienced. I'm gonna go dragon style. I don't like it. AJ Lee, quotation AJ Lee.
They need a team either way. A team name.
A real team name.
It was a surprising banger on Raw against the War Raiders. I'm sure it'll be a banger against whoever they face between New Day, Usos, whoever. And this will be a banger too. Javon, I think, is going to shine once again. But yeah, I'll go with the veterans too, because the chemistry. I wouldn't have called this team 2 years ago. Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, even though they're both phenomenal athletes, no pun intended. They just work so well as a tag team.
Again, for being thrown together.
Yeah. Plus,
crazy.
AJ's also on like one of the last runs of his career, so
retirement year. Yeah, let him go out winning.
I think this will be the same case as the Bayley Sol Rucker match, where the up and comers are gonna look outstanding, but the veterans are gonna just get the win.
Oh yeah. Experience, baby, the experience.
All right, so it's either the opener or the main event, but either way, it's the end of an era. John Cena versus Gunther.
I don't know what more other bases we could cover that we haven't already.
I don't know what the right decision would be.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Like, it makes sense for Cena to win in his last match, but he's also old school, so maybe he wants to lose his last match. It also makes sense for Gunther to get the win and go on a massive run. It's going to be bittersweet either way.
Yeah. Again, of all the times we talk shit about him fucking constantly beating motherfuckers, now it's like, oh my God, I don't know if I want you to lose.
The only thing I think would be negative is if Gunther beats him by submission. And I know that that's Gunther's thing. He wins a lot of matches by submission, and he's been playing a lot lately on how Cena never gives up. But that's kind of why he shouldn't win by submission, because John Cena's motto for 25 years has been never give up. So what's he going to say if he taps out in his last ever match? But I'd be okay, I think, with Gunther just doing what he did to like Sami Zayn and just powerbomb, just mollywopping him and pinning him. I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a little bit of that. Give me some action and then just have him dominate. You know what I mean? Have John get like a 3-minute burst in and then.
I mean, it'd be funny because that's what Cena used to do. He used to take a beating through the whole match, then just pop up and hit a finisher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Gunther, but I hope it's not by submission.
You say it like that, and I'm in the same boat. Submission doesn't work for me. It's not. And even if he passes out or whatever, like I just don't like it. I would much rather a pin victory or ref stoppage. A ref stop. You know what I mean? He kicked too much ass. But yeah, no submission. That just you're right. That just doesn't. That don't sit too good. Don't sit too good.
No, it'd be almost as bad as Sabu's happening. Like we said, this is Sabu who ripped himself open on barbed wire, homicidal, suicidal, death-defying maniac, and he taps out to an STF.
Yep.
And for all of John Cena's credits, he's always had a very weak-looking STF, where he just kind of lies on their back, crosses his wrists together, and screams.
This is true.
And you can see like a massive gap between his wrists and the throat.
He's all the way up here. No way, I gotcha.
Yeah, but we still love you, John.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, that's all 4 matches. And then I think there's no WWE pay-per-view until the Rumble, or PLE until the Rumble, because they don't really do one in December anymore.
Yeah,
I miss Armageddon.
I do too. Trust me. This is their fault for making us accustomed to fucking every other month pay-per-views or every month pay-per-view, and it's like now we missed the ones in December because now we don't get them anymore. But when is the Rumble? And it's going to be in Syria, right?
Oh yeah, it's in Saudi in January. So it's going to be like afternoon in the UK, like 2 p.m. I think it starts.
Butthole early in the morning. Got it. No, not butthole early. It's going to be like if I'm at work, it's going to be like, hey, 9 in the morning. Like, what the fuck? Who's watching wrestling at 9 in the morning?
I'd quite like for it to be less Saturday night's main events in 2026, because I think that's really hurt the PLE builds and the schedule. Like we've said the last few weeks, you got too frequent Saturday night's main event. We just had we're having 2 now in the space of like 3 months, and then in the middle of that, you had to try and book Survivor Series, and it was all last minute, and it sucked. So less Saturday night's main events next year. I get the nostalgia, and it's a free pay-per-view on YouTube or whatever, or what is it, NBC. But we need more actual pay-per-views, and you need to invest more time in your actual pay-per-views rather than 4 random matches on a free show.
I mean, Doug, I'm with you. It did too many. If you want to do them like quarterly, like every 4th month, do a Saturday night's main event. Do like 3 a year, 4 a year. Fine. We don't need to have 3 in a span of like a month. Like that. No. I don't need one every Saturday.
No, like do one after WrestleMania for like a come down, where you don't have to build too much serious stuff for it. You've just had Mania, all the highs there. Have a couple weeks slow build to a Saturday night's main event. Fine.
Yeah, but don't over abuse the dog shit out of it. But again, I think they did because of John.
Yeah, maybe. And then maybe we can get an actual pay-per-view in December next year. Like I'm not saying bring TLC back, because I'm so glad that they stopped doing the PLEs that were fitted around a match type. Even though they still do War Games every Survivor Series, they stopped doing Hell in a Cell PLE, TLC, Extreme Rules, all that shit.
Hey, I hate saying take a fucking page out of AEW's book, because WWE never want to do that. But look at how they just did. Was it Winter Is Coming?
Yeah.
Have a big have a big fucking Monday Night Raw or a big SmackDown, and title it, Christmas is Here or something. I don't fucking know.
You can't have Christmas Clash because we took that.
There it is. Yep. Copyright.
Promogeddon is the next Max events. Obviously, like I just said, I miss Armageddon, so you're getting Promogeddon. And it comes your way in just 2 weeks as Boxing Day becomes Wrestling Day on December 26th, featuring predictions for AEW's World's End.
Yeah, gotta love it. I am absolutely still stinging after dropping my Max Tag Team Championships with DC, but the next challenges for Steve and Mike will be determined at Promogeddon. The Brothers of Max Destruction, Blade Rodriguez and Cypher, take on the CWO's AT Wrestler and the brand new inaugural international champion Robert Davis, who takes on Steve and Mike hockey style.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, the Gimp and the Goon. And it's the end of days for one of them, as Beer challenges the Demoness for the Max World Championship. I don't know why people get into these fights with the Demoness, but
I don't get it.
I got your back.
I love you, Beer.
You do you.
Up the beer, I think, and I'll light a candle in prayer for you. The official theme song for Promogeddon is World's End by Captain's Revenge, taken from the latest album of the same name, available now on Spotify and everywhere you get your music. Check out Captain's Revenge now.
Please and thank you. So we're not going to hear from Cypher on Aftermax, but we are going to hear from him right now as he addresses the CWO ahead of their tag team clash at Promogeddon.
Midnight Raider, a mastermind persuader, dictator, deflator, just that goes like vapor. Hair retarded cloak, disappearing like smoke. Independent when I vote, only hanging with the woke. Like, oh shit, man, where should we go? Maybe toward the mountains, yep, call me Banjo. That's my kind of people, man, from the fucking hills. Cause they do not play games, they don't try to fake well. That's what this nation needs, little old skill.
If 2025 has taught me anything, is that you can't just be yourself. You have to go above and beyond your expectations. You gotta do what nobody else has done. You can't do the same things over and over again. Repetitiveness does not guarantee victory. Promogeddon is coming up in 2 weeks. And honestly, I'm not sure how to feel about it. I'm not sure what to really take from it. But all I know is the tag titles, a shot, an opportunity at the tag titles are on the line. And me and Blade, we gotta take on two of the best that Max has to offer. The CWO, we got AT Wrestler and the Max International Champion Robert Davis. The Stat Man and the Retro Rebel himself. The Cypher and the Blade. We will not fail. It's time to get to studying. Because nothing's guaranteed unless you know who your opponent is. And that's something that even statistics can't teach you. No matter how much you flex, no matter how much you put into your gimmick, it's all about how you do on the mic or camera. You get the point, you get the picture. Let's see what happens.
Rising from the flames.
Last year, I made a deal with the devil and lost it all. This year, I'm praying to the gods.
This is how it feels when
Max Wrestling presents Promogeddon, Friday, December 26th on YouTube and all streaming platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for more information.
Rising from the flames.
Welcome back to Max Wrestling. I am the captain. He is El Jefe. Speak his name and he appears. Once again, make sure you drop a people's elbow on the like button and a 5-knuckle shuffle on the subscribe button. Follow us on all podcast platforms and social media at Max Wrestling UK, and make sure you visit maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Do it!
So winter has come, and we're gonna get into it right now with Last Night on Dynamite. Good show.
Good show. Damn good show.
Maybe I just got my expectations too high, though, because usually something massive happens at Winter Is Coming, and I kept waiting for it, and that didn't happen. Yeah. However, it was a solid, normal Dynamite.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was a great Dynamite overall. I thought it was just up and down, just quality wrestling. But then again, we get that all the time with AEW. Quality wrestling is their number one go-to. Building stories and moving forward. Coming to conclusions, as they say. We did crown our first AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. There was no wrong winner in this match. No. Honest to goodness, there was no wrong winner. You could have went with the timeless love bombs. You could have went with the Babes of Wrath, and that's what they did do. They went the Babes of Wrath, which is Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. Poor Harley Cameron looking ready like she was getting ready to break down. Willow is not any stranger to winning belts. Harley is, though. She's like, oh, my God, I won it. And she's like, girl, I've been here. Could you compose yourself? It was hilarious. They did have a little bit of moment afterwards with the timeless love bombs. We did think that they was going to go bananas, but it didn't. They shook hands and walked away. I thought that was great. It doesn't hurt Mina Shirakawa, no Tony Storm for not winning these tag belts. I thought, it's a good momentum push. Willow is over as shit. Yes. Same thing with Harley Cameron. We call her a national treasure, even though I believe she's Canadian. So it's a great move. Now let's see how we treat these belts moving forward, because that's going to be the important thing. That's where I think WWE may have dropped the ball. But then again, I think it's just going to be hard overall to keep these belts relevant. Depending on who's the champion, though. That's one thing you got to start focusing on right there. Yeah. There was some backstage nonsense. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that the biggest difference with WWE is that they just wanted a moment with their women's tag team title, so they crowned them, and they didn't really give a shit afterwards.
Yeah. AEW looks like they want to build a women's tag roster. So it's like, cool, like it. Let's fucking go with it. Samoa Joe's just like the greatest dude on the mic ever. I swear, I really don't. I try to think of like people that are like better, and I think of better moments. I don't think of better consistency, though. You know what I mean? Like, this dude is just constantly on fucking point. He's going after Eddie Kingston. All that fun stuff for him later on tonight. The Death Riders, like, it randomly goes from fucking Joe talking to the Death Riders, and like Moxley's like mad, but he's not mad. And I don't know. When Moxley's not the world champion, it just feels like he's kind of being wasted a little bit, even though we complain that he's world champion. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Or at least people complain. Let me stop. People complain. Anyway, he goes on, he talks, and then we get the Continental Classic match? Oh yeah, this one fucking was super good for no goddamn reason. Kazuchika Okada, the greatest tournament wrestler in history of wrestling, against Jungle Jack Perry, who's taking over for the injured Darby Allin. This guy almost got injured his damn self. Like, he was like selling his ankle. And I'm like, oh, great. So this fucking Darby Allin spot's going to take out two dudes. It didn't, thank God. Jack seems to be fine. But Okada is the greatest tournament wrestler we've ever seen. Like, he truly is. This guy can't go into a tournament and do bad. He may not win it, but he won't do bad. Fantastic. Jack Perry, wow. just wow. Like, there's a match I think that was better than this on tonight's show, but this match immediately. I mean, my attention was there. I was like, oh, hey, Babs Raph won the belts. All right, hey, we're good to start. You know what I mean? Okay, fucking talking promo, talking thing, whatever. Fuck around for a little bit. And then we got action, and a lot of action. And speaking of action, Jack Perry. First off, that is now the official only way to ever get out of a tombstone pile driver. You bite another man in the wiener. But I mean,
I'd
to
love
each
to
their
see
own.
Undertaker's reaction.
I want to see Undertaker's reaction. I need his son to walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Dad, I need you to watch this."
I can
and
picture.
just watch it and film his reaction.
I can picture Michelle's reaction because I've seen so many reels of the podcast, and she'd just be like, "Oh, well, you don't want that, huh?"
That sounds exactly like her. She's like no emotion, no real expression. She's just, oh, hey, look at that. All right. Cool. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. The aftermath, Don Callis comes out and the Don Callis family, they're going to focus on beating up Jack Perry because why fucking not? That's when the Young Bucks come out with chairs. Or actually, no, it was Luchasaurus. I want to say, Young Bucks come out. Was it Luchasaurus first?
What
are they doing?
Luchasaurus came first,
out. That's right, yeah. The Young Bucks were the distraction. And then they had chairs, beat everybody out. Actually hit Okada with the BTE trigger. He's all, like, oh, no, the Bucks, how dare you? Whatever, I'm so going to hell for that. But yeah, no, great little segment. And it's just, it's emphasizing the Young Bucks are face. It's emphasizing the proper, I don't want to say proper, but emphasizing that, the elite are back together and I guess and hanging out and are good friends with the Jurassic Express. So, good stuff. Even though I don't think Jack Perry's going to get any point. He's going to get points in this, but obviously he's already mathematically out because the most points, as Excalibur explained, the most points he can get was 12 and everybody else was 15. Well, now he's sitting on 0, and now the most he can get is 9, so you ain't winning shit. Sorry, bud. Okay. The conglomeration backstage, celebrating with the Bay's Wrath. I thought that was cool. Roderick Strong, who's bitching and complaining, saying he's not a part of the goddamn conglomeration, even though he's on the holiday sweater. So that means you're officially a part of it. Then we get Mercedes losing and screaming and getting all mad, and I thought that was a fucking highlight package. We can rewind and do it one more time, and they didn't do it, bastards. Renee Paquette talks to Eddie Kingston, who talks about him being nervous and all on his toes. He talks about Terry Funk and how he won the title on this day. He hopes to make him and his parents proud. I thought that was a cool little thing. He said, "There's no way he's gonna quit." Yeah, sorry. It is what it is. Tony Schiavone has a massive introduction. So introduces Mark Briscoe, who gets a massive introduction. And Mark Briscoe went from being this hillbilly who talks in randomness and makes up one massive word, who all of a sudden now has an encyclopedia or a thesaurus. I don't know which one has more words in it because he knows words now. So just good fucking promo by him. I cannot, like, Wheeler Yuta's, like, we talk about so much crap with the bag of dicks, Daniel Garcia, but fucking Wheeler Yuta's voice, nails on a chalkboard. Nails on a chalkboard, this guy's fucking, I cannot stand Wheeler Yuta talking. Oh, God, I just want to rip my ears out. It's just, his voice is so scratchy and so bad, I don't want it. I don't want it ever. Oh, you they.
Yeah.
Kill me.
He reminds me of Randall from Recess.
Yeah. Good. I love that one. Kids, go look that one up right now. Go look up Recess. You are welcome. Watch the entire series. We know how you guys like to binge watch everything.
Miss Finster.
They would take me back. I missed the early days of watching the good stuff. I did miss this backstage segment where Excalibur, I guess, was talking about a situation happening backstage. The Triangle of Madness were beating up some girls backstage until Chris Statlander came and made the save. But Sky Blue and Julia Hart beat her with a chair. Tekla dodges a shot. They all bailed. Bananas. They're all going after Chris Statlander, the ultimate champion. Why?
Everybody
Because she
fears Chris.
defeated Mercedes Moné. So I wonder who's next. Is it going to be Sky Blue? It's probably going to be Thekla, because wouldn't she be the leader of the Triangle of Death or whatever the fuck they're called?
I
Triangle of Madness.
I would have thought that was Julia, but they seem to be quite even.
Yeah.
Obviously Chris got the big win over Mercedes at Full Gear.
Yeah.
And
Hell
also Red Velvet picked another
Yes,
win over Mercedes and reclaimed the ROH TV title this past week too.
That's right. Atta girl. Good job on her. Swerve Strickland. Hangman Adam Page against Powerhouse Hobbs and Katsuyori Shibata. I had no idea it was a fucking tornado tag match. I don't remember hearing it was a goddamn tornado tag match. And then they go out, right? And was it fucking Swerve? Yeah, Swerve randomly hits one of the fucking dojo nerds, and then it turns into a brawl. And then they're telling me on commentary that the match hasn't started yet. And literally, as Tony Schiavone says that, the bell rings. I fucking laughed so hard. I don't know why. I was just uncontrollable laughter. Then we actually have a match, and then it's a tornado match. So, but here's the thing: tornado matches are fucking no DQ. So, you could have just fucking rang the bell when they were in the goddamn stands. Like, they were fighting the other nerds. Like,
I mean,
it
maybe
just kind of weirded me out.
Maybe we're meant to believe that the ref called on the fly and just, fuck it, we'll make it a tornado. Ring the bell.
I mean, maybe, because like I said, I don't remember it being advertised as a tornado tag. But then again, I'm not going to tell you how fucking well I was paying attention or not. But I did enjoy this match. Super entertaining. I love Swerve. I do love Swerve. I have to say this before I say this. People do not realize, like, you have to train speed with size. Not everybody's Brian Cage. Okay, now granted, Brian, I want to say Swerve is taller than Brian Cage, so I mean, like, that doesn't, whatever. But regardless, Swerve is put on easily 15, 20 pounds. Easy 15, 20 pounds. He's easy 275, 280 about now. He wants to move like he was 180. He can't. And it's showing. And I think even it's kind of frustrating him a little bit, because it's like everything just looked a little bit slower. It looked a little bit laggy. It looked a little bit behind pace, only because of his new size. He's not used to this being this massive fucking entity. He's not even a guy anymore. It's this fucking entity, you know. But he's got to learn to train with it, and he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Maybe he should train with Hangman. Hangman's fast as shit and big as fuck. So, you know what I mean? Just it'll be time. But I had to point it out. I'm not hating on the cat for it. It's like, I love the look. Now fucking work with it. Figure out how to work with it.
So another
You know what I mean?
big
Give it
guy
some
who
time.
moves really fast is Joe.
Hey, well, I know in story time, you know, you guys hate each other, but I mean, deep down, if there's really any dude to learn some fucking speed from, it's got to be Joe. This guy's quick as hell for being massive. But hell of a good win by Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, beating the Ops as they should have, setting up for some nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, the Young Bucks so there was like 3 bags of money, or was it 3? I think it was like 3 bags of money. Mathematically, there's change. Okay, there's coins in these bags, pence, if you will. And I'm like, because that's the only way you could break this up evenly, okay? Like, one bag's got to have more money in the other bag. Otherwise, there's fucking change in these bags. Regardless, the Young Bucks have one, so I guess Don Callis has the other 2. And the Young Bucks, I wanted to go up to, I want to say, was it Jack Perry? And they were like, hey, you know, like, or was it Luchasaurus? And they're like, hey, you know, we kind of need a partner. And he just, I love that he's never really talked, but I love how he doesn't talk, and he just points to Kenny's door. And they go over there, and Kenny's like waiting for them to show up. I mean, obviously, yeah, we know like this is the whole fucking shtick, but I don't even think they knocked. And then Kenny's like, "Oh, hey guys," because I swear to God, nobody knocked, but whatever. Like, "Oh, hey guys, like, you know, like, we need your help or whatever." And he's like, "Oh yeah," without hesitation, helps him out. You know, the whole was it with Don Callis and the pound of flesh. I was like, oh God, shut up! I'll get my pound of flesh. And he's like, and what he said in Wales. Like, we'll see. It's going to be great, though. It's going to be Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, the Elite, against Okada, Takeshita, and Hechicero for $1 million. For $1 million.
In Cardiff.
In Cardiff. It's going to be.
Did they say it was going to be live?
That they did. They did say it's going to be live. These next two, because it's like one's a Collision and one's a Dynamite, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, that means like 7 p.m. start time for me.
Because they're going to do because there's a Cardiff show and there's a London show.
Yeah.
Oh no, Manchester. Is it Manchester?
Yeah, because they're going back to London for All In.
That's right. Okay. Hey, smart fucking move. So, yeah, no, that was good. Speaking of good, when fucking Beer's bragging about shit early in the morning on my side of the pond, it's something you got to check out. And it's something you should all check out. Speedball Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher in the Continental Classic Gold League. A
match of this quality had no business being on a weekly show.
None, not even a little bit. Like I talked about how freaking Jack Perry went so out that he almost knocked himself out of this goddamn tournament. How Kyle Fletcher can continue to endure everything that he has endured over these past couple of months is just, I don't even know. I get it, he's a kid, but fucking hell, man. Even back then, I don't even want to say I was that tough. He's been taking a beating and then some. But the amount of praise and the amount of hype I've given Speedball Mike Bailey should never have been unwarranted. Should never gone. I don't think it ever did really go unwarranted. Should never gone unheard. This cat is awesome. Again, we talk about how great Kyle Fletcher is in his run and how he could have went straight to the fucking the world title picture, but instead he's kind of hanging out right here, still like upper mid card. Killer goddamn match. You were thinking Speedball is going to win, and then you're like, but it's Kyle Fletcher. You don't want to beat Kyle Fletcher, but then you did beat Kyle Fletcher. Just like the greatest freaking tournament wrestler that we have, Okada, even in the G1s, there'd be an opportunity where he would lose at least one match, setting up a massive, rewind, if you will, rematch, headed on later on down the line. So this was a great call. Speedball gets the 3, even though Kyle Fletcher is still on 6 points. So there was that. And then we got to the main. And this main event, what was I telling the boys? I was telling the boys, I feel like I'm watching Ishii versus Ishii. And they're like, what? I was like, you remember like the fucking Ishii versus Shibata matches of old? And they're like, yes, yeah. I feel like this is Ishii versus Ishii. Because it's just two bigger dudes, you know what I mean? Because they just went in there. They fought. They had like a big move, and then they fought some more. Then they did a big move, and then they fought again. And it's like, oh, dude, they're just going in there, striking the shit out of each other. I loved it. Got hit with a DDT. He did. That's normally his finisher, but then he tries to go for the spinning back fist. Eddie Kingston does. It doesn't go down. Joe hits him with the, what did he hit? We got right into the clutch, starts to fade, and then taps out right before he passes out, even though he said he would never quit. But he quit. So it is what it is. You know, when somebody's choking you out, might as well tap out. Samoa Joe retains the AEW women's and world championship. And little aftermath because they fucking cut right to the end of this shit. Bryan Danielson grabs a microphone. It's just like, talks Eddie Kingston up, all this stuff. It's on the, I want to say it's on their AEW YouTube. Check it out. Great little moment. Eddie Kingston gets his shot at the world championship, kind of solidified himself as an upper mid-carder. Now the question is, what do you do with him?
Yeah. I think I've been saying how Eddie's kind of, he returned and then kind of did nothing and kind of lost his aura a little bit. So
yeah,
maybe that's why I found this main event better than I thought it was going to be, but it was such a solid match and a redeeming performance for Eddie. So hopefully he does go on some more now than he was just like hanging around on Collision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good sign. Yeah, get him going now, please. The same thing that we were doing with Mark Briscoe, and you weren't sure about. No, you put your foot on the gas, and the Mark Briscoe car went. And I'm telling you, same thing will go with Eddie Kingston.
So we only got 3 weeks until World's End.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything booked for it.
Not a damn thing. Less than 3 weeks. 16 days away. We're just going to hodgepodge some shit, baby. Well, no. So the only thing confirmed is going to be the final of the Continental Classic. That's to my knowledge, it's the only thing that's confirmed, though.
And the semifinals too are also going to be on the show.
Oh, hey, see, now I like that. I like that.
Old King of the Ring style.
Take me back, baby.
Yeah, so even then, it's not set in stone. We don't know who's going to be in the matches. But you got 3 weeks to, I don't know, maybe book another world title match or women's tag title match now that you've crowned the Babes of Wrath. I saw a rumor MJF is supposed to return again at World's End. That seems to be his thing.
Well, they're going to have the Dynamite Ring Battle Royal. So I was listening to Uncle Dave, and that's what one of the other matches they talked about. It's either they're gonna do it there or they're gonna do it on Collision. It's gonna be the Dynamite Ring Battle Royal, and so MJF is rumored to be coming back because he hasn't really lost it, and he's never lost the match either. So, welcome MJF back.
Plus, we don't even know what the hell's going on with him. I don't think he's injured. He hasn't been on TV.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they just don't know what to do with him. Doesn't shock me.
No, and they put up a clip on I think it was Facebook, this past week of how Adam Cole revealed himself as the devil at World's End like 2 years ago, and they were like, it changed the landscape of AEW forever. And I was like, yeah, it did, because MJF's aura hasn't been the same since.
Nope. Once he was that good guy that everybody kind of liked, and he was a big goofer and the kangaroo kick and such, he's never been able to regain anything. I kind of feel like it's like, just go back to it then. Just be the baby face and don't chase the world title.
He definitely needs to do something, because in that last run, which was very short, after his last return, he didn't really do much of it, and he feuded with Mark Briscoe. Was the ultimate dick in that feud, and it was just like, okay, that's the MJF that we used to know, and then he disappeared again. So you started to get back on the horse, and then the horse just fucking bolted.
Yeah, it did. Left you behind.
But anyway, hopefully they'll book something either this week or next week besides the tournament matches. But for now, we have 2 lists. It's almost the end of the year. The lists are almost over, so it's time to check them twice. It is time for the Bellend board.
You guys suck.
The hell's a bellend?
A bellend? You're a bellend, mate. Look, bellend 1, bellend 2, big veiny bellend over here.
Okay, I got my first one to kick it off, and I'm not really pleased with it, but it annoyed me.
Put it in.
On Raw, there was an interview in the crowd with Ivy Nile and the Creed brothers, and it was your typical person who doesn't cut promos often, cutting a very basic promo. It wasn't a terrible promo, but you could tell that she wasn't really experienced in cutting them. But the bit that annoyed me was Ivy said, I mean, about 20 times in like 2 minutes.
It's what the kids do. I mean, you know what I mean?
And I just started mouthing it, going, I mean, and then the very next sentence started with, I mean.
You know what I mean?
So I'm not going to be too harsh. 5 points on the Bellend board for that one.
I can't.
I'm going to drop 20 points on Braun Breaker. Just for one little blip. His promo at the end of Raw was a little bit long-winded, so I mean, I can let that slide. But yeah, so he was cutting this promo on CM Punk, and it was all about how I want the old CM Punk. I want the guy that did the 434 and all that. And then he was like, I want the guy that beat The Rock, and I was like, Punk never beat The Rock.
I was about to say he did.
Rock beat him twice.
Wait a minute, bruv. Wait a minute, fam.
Rock beat him twice, and that's what pissed everybody off. Punk never beat Rock. So 20 points for that little blip.
I I hate to do the cop out. It's a cop out. We got to give points to the IWC over the abrupt now abuse, I guess, of Gunther winning the last shot against John Cena, or I guess the last match against John Cena. We get it. Your arguments are not invalid. You're not in the wrong. It's just look at the bigger impact. So for just the whining, I'm not going to go overboard. 10 points to the IWC. Trust me, it's nowhere near as bad as they've gotten before.
No, they're on 740 points now for the year.
Exactly. Who else can we give some points to?
Well, I don't know whose fault it was, really. But during... which match was it? I think it was one of the women's matches on Raw. I'm pretty sure it was a women's match. There was... it was Kyrie and... who was she against? Io. Kyrie and Io's match.
Io.
There was a pin attempt, and it went 1, 2, ad break.
What the fuck?
Like, I understand you've got to
1,
get your
2.
commercial cues. I get that. But could you not, like, hold on for, like, half a second just so that we can see her get the shoulder up, even as you fade into black? But no, it went 1, 2, ad break.
Weird. Because that's
I don't know
rules, I guess.
whose fault it was, whether it's net. Yeah, this was
Netflix?
Raw. This was Raw too. This is Netflix.
Netflix.
So yeah, I'm gonna blame the production monkeys in the production truck. Let's say who? Lee Fitton. I've been singing your praises ever since you got the role because you're a fantastic producer.
But not today.
But that cue sucked. So Lee Fitton, you get 10 points.
But not today, Lee Fitton. You ain't fitting nothing.
You couldn't fit in the 2 count.
Hey, like it. I'm scrolling the internet. I am trying to find somebody else to give some bell end points to, and I'm really not seeing any. It's really not. Shockingly, people haven't been too bad. Other than the obvious ones that we pointed out. The irate IWC over the fucking Gunther thing, and just some of the other small things. Nothing too crazy. I haven't seen Eric Bischoff say anything stupid. Shockingly, TK hasn't said anything stupid. Shockingly, it's a shocking time. It's a shocking time.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Russo. Nothing.
Lucky bastards.
So maybe that's it for the bell end board this week.
Hey, again, we got a few weeks left to the end of the year, so they got lucky this week.
Yes. Is there a clear favorite? I mean, obviously, there's always one clear favorite that has been all year, but in second
the obvious
place,
one. Who's outside of the obvious?
I think right now TK is leading for second place.
Of course he is. And it's all because of 5-hour pay-per-views and such.
But still, let's flip to the other side of the board. It is time for the Bruv board. Bruv.
Bruv.
Brother.
Ooh, okay. There's probably a few people I could mention actually for the Bruv board.
Oh yeah, trust me. There's a bunch. There's a bunch on my I want let me go this way.
Should we do the AEW ones first?
With this one. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Oh yeah, top of the list. I want to give 50, the big 5-0, to Speedball Mike Bailey after that huge win against Kyle Fletcher. Banger of a match. You know what? 50 to the piece of them. Give them both 50 points because again, that match was fucking tremendous. And I say it like that, knowing someone being someone who has watched a lot of G1 climaxes in their day, and the G1s never disappoint. They never disappoint, and this is slowly starting to become the U.S.'s version of the G1. It was his intention, and now it looks like it's getting there with banger matches like this. Good job to the both of y'all fuckers. 50 apiece on that. Who else gets 50? I'm gonna give 50 to. I want to give it to Okada. I do, but I expect that level from Okada. So yeah. 50 from Jack Perry because way to get to the Okada level. I mean, you ain't gonna stay there, but hey, way to get there. And you know what? We'll make it 100 because they're the inaugural women's tag team champions for the Babes of Wrath.
Yes, absolutely. Where are we? Harley Cameron. Ooh, nice.
And the beautiful Willow Nightingale. My goodness gracious. For like it's bad. So it's like my poor wife. I feel bad for her because she just hears me drooling over this poor girl, and I'm just like, she's got it all. Data says she's got the look. She can wrestle. I said, you know what? The worst part about it, other than I didn't mention the fact that I'm in love with her. I said, it's her damn theme music. Yeah. I was like, I could be doing nothing anywhere, and then all of a sudden I'll hear it, just a little breakdown. Then bam, and I could be in the middle of doing dishes. Bam, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's infectious.
This is infectious too. I got to give 50 points to Raquel Rodriguez.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously, I know it was planned, but when she jumped Nikki, well, first of all, when Nikki Bella interrupted Stephanie Vaquer, I was just like, for fuck's sake, again? Why are we still doing this? And then she comes down, she cuts a lame promo. But then Raquel Rodriguez jumps her, throws her into the ring post, and the sound that Nikki's head made bouncing off that post. It just clunk.
Love it. Love Raquel. Thank you, Raquel.
Yeah, 150 points to Raquel Rodriguez. Hey, and also the little Spanish on Spanish shit talk with Stephanie was great. I'm going to throw 20 points to Stephanie Vaquer as well because
absolutely
just aura. I've said aura a lot on this episode. I'm very aware of that.
Let's say the kids are going to love us.
So 20 points to Stephanie Vaquer. 50 points to Raquel Rodriguez. You're not on the board yet. You are now.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Good on her though. Yeah, no, she deserves some good points. That was a good run in. I love that. I'm glad we're not rewinding it with her and Stephanie, Nikki and Stephanie. I mean, if you're gonna do shit with Nikki, fuck it, spread it around. So let's get some Raquel domination in there.
Yeah. Maxine Dupree also 50 points because that video package of her training with Natalya was insanely good. Her acting, the cinematography, the shots of Natalya's twisted little smirk, the just
love
yelling.
Another
character. One, awesome.
I love. You know what though? 50 for Natalya because I fucking love her new character. Oh God, I love it. Straight out of fucking Bloodsport. They're like, you know what? Keep it going.
It's like she's embodying Stu.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
That's Stu Hart for the kids.
Stu Hart, yep, for the kids. They're like, who's Stu? Look up
Stu Macker? No, and he's still dead.
Stu. Fucking.
Just wait till February, you'll see.
Oh God.
But I'm glad he's back in it either way. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day.
Lord.
We haven't really talked about these masked guys running around with the Vision and how one of them is supposedly Austin Theory, which I can see. But
the fucking internet.
Well,
God damn.
Is there one or is there more than one or are they using two guys to play one character? But there's definitely been two guys.
Two.
I think the one at the end of Raw was the same one in War Games, but they used a different one earlier on with Ray.
Yeah.
Who's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, bigger. Not bigger, because they're like, it's Montez Ford. I'm like, he's fucking tall. It's not Montez Ford. He's fucking tall. Like, Montez is like 6'3", 6'4". Fucking Austin Theory's maybe 6 foot. Maybe. Like, there's such a difference in that. It's not even funny. But I yelled the internet right as you started talking about this because the second, like when the first one happened at War Games, it was the internet ran wild with, he's all that, I know that ass anywhere. it's Austin Theory. And I'm like, you guys can tell somebody off the like maybe one of the divas or whatever, or the Divas Port, one of the maybe of the women or whatever. But like,
If it was
I don't
Stephanie
know
Baker,
about.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or you know what I mean, like a Tony Storm. You can recognize Tony Storm ass anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna recognize a dude ass anywhere. There goes Randy Orton. I recognize that ass anywhere. Like, nah, I don't know, man. But fucking goddamn internet kills me. I'm still stuck to the idea that it's Austin Theory. I think they want to bring him into the vision. It's just one of those ones that's been in the works and in the idea pool for so long that it just finally stick. It just finally stick. So I don't think they used two dudes. Maybe they did. But now my other guess, if it's a bigger dude that's like 6 foot, only other guy I can think of, but he's nowhere near as fucking agile. At least I don't think so. Is the dude that broke fucking Big E's neck?
Oh, Rich Holland. Didn't he get released?
Yeah. I thought he was in NXT still, but maybe he did get released.
Can't remember. But speaking of NXT, I did have another idea while I was watching Deadline. Maybe it's just the way he returned or something, but something about Tony D'Angelo just made me think he kind of fits the build.
Maybe. This guy went from get off my TV to why aren't you on my TV? So I again, the things NXT did, I should say, the things Shawn Michaels did to NXT.
He also showed up looking like a mini Seth Rollins.
Hey, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Fucking the numbers are endless. The names have begun.
But speaking of Deadline, I will throw 50 points to Javon Evans. Because even though I didn't watch it last year, I got the whole story, how he missed the clock last year by a few seconds. And then he stole the match with just like 2 seconds to spare this year. So, solid performance. I'm pretty sure he winded the fuck out of himself when he jumped off the penalty cage onto, who was the other guy?
Oh God, I don't remember who it was. I remember the leap. I don't remember the who it was though. But no, this.
It wasn't Miles Bourne. It was the other heel.
No. Oh God. It was one of the was it one of the TNA dudes?
Beer's yelling the fuck out of this at me now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he is. He's so mad. Sorry, bud. But yeah, no.
It was Deion Lennox.
There it is. I love this Javon Evans kid. I really do. He will, if he wants it, have the same aura that Sami Zayn had in NXT. If he wants it, he's up there. He's gonna surpass. Like, I know how big Trick Williams got. He'll surpass him. To me, the biggest star NXT ever produced was Sami Zayn. The biggest, most beloved star that NXT ever had, Sami Zayn. If you get to the Sami Zayn level, it's like being John Cena at the top. Okay, like that's the pinnacle. And right now, Javon Evans is flirting with that line.
I do think he'll come up pretty quick though.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of mainstream audience who don't watch NXT
know him.
They know Javon Evans, and it's down to him making these random appearances, matches with like Randy Orton and stuff, and just standing out every single time.
And he will. You just give him the opportunity. That's it. Just give him the chance.
Is that it for this week? No. LA Knight.
Wait.
LA Knight needs some points because he's been taking L after L after L, and everybody's getting pissed off and like how LA Knight deserves better and everything. But he's taking these shots and he's taking these bumps and he's earning his stripes, and apparently it's going to pay off next year when they supposedly start pushing him. But he took a hell of a beating on Raw. I am as staged as you can make it, he must have been suffering after one hell of. First of all, he was in a hellacious match. Then he took all these this massive spear from Braun Breaker, who even his weakest spear hurts like hell. 2 tsunamis. Then he gets beat down again backstage, and then he gets another tsunami on top of a car.
They fucking want to kill this guy. Hey, go off of TV forever. Fuck. But no, he'll make him. I think he's done till the Rumble. He'll make an incredible comeback, and hopefully one that's warranted. Again, you can make massive matches out of the Rumble, so like at least give me something like that. You know what I mean? I don't expect him to win it, but give me something like that.
Yeah, I also need to apologize to everybody because LA Knight hasn't been on the Bruv board all year, so I'm gonna give him 200 points actually.
There it is. Catch him up. Catch him up.
All right, and unless there's anybody else, I'm going to do a quick check at who's in the lead. I think it's pretty close, actually, on the Bruv, but it's a lot closer than the Bell End board.
Hey.
Which is ironic, because Tony hasn't had any points this year.
No positive ones.
I like that. The current leader of the Bruv board with 666 points is the late, great Ozzy Osbourne.
Hey. The perfect number for the perfect man.
Followed by Psycho Stu, 500 points, who is obviously the guy. The guy that Rampage Jackson brutalized like a dick. And then in third place at the moment with 420 points is Rhea Ripley. Mommy.
Hey.
10 points. Sorry, make that 430 because you got to give her weekly points.
430.
I mean, she gets her weekly points anyway, but obviously the mask is off now and she looked great this week. And also, she took a sweet-ass time doing something about all of Asuka's antics on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
But it was worth it.
Sweet-ass time. Lordy Lord.
All right, I think that's it.
Believe so.
Yeah, all the big winners got some points this week, so it's good. All right, then. So, that is the list done. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all. That is it for this week, but do not miss the build-up to Promageddon over the next couple of weeks. And voting for the Maxis Awards is open.
Yes!
You can help us decide the best and the worst of wrestling in 2025 at our 9th annual Maxis Awards, which drops on New Year's Eve. We've already had a lot of votes, but you only have until this weekend to get yours in. So go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/vote or just go to the homepage and click vote at the top.
Trust me, you want to check that website, do it right now.
And something else you want to check out is all of this that's coming up from the Click Talk.
Hey. All right, so I believe I said it last week, and it's continued over this last coming time. The TSK has been slowly dropping out new episodes. The Fallout from Full Gear went up. The Halloween Havoc with the Demoness has gone up, and then I want to say there should be another one. WrestlePalooza should be dropping as well, and then a super late All Out. So all those will be on the TSK's YouTube channel. Kicking it with the TSK. TSK All MF and Dave. My bad. MFN. Just like that. Spell it out, baby, with your alphabet. Check those out. More should be coming. The boys are going to cover AEW's World's End on the 27th, but that is on the 27th. We didn't do Dateline or Deadline or whatever, so no NXT from us. And maybe Saturday night's main event, ? But we'll see how it goes. It is John's last, so maybe just because it's John's last. However, the footy is going rampant. Why? January transfer window's coming hot and heavy. The Premier League is on a full-blown let's get rocking. Plus, of course, my Spurs got some Champions League football, so you're going to hear a little bit of everything on that. We're going to hear some rants. You're going to hear some reviews. You're going to hear some prospects nonsense. San Diego FC's offseason is officially underway. The MLF's offseason is officially underway. I guess congratulations to Messi and Inter Miami for winning the MLS Cup. You bastards. At least thank you for beating Vancouver. So at least that way we knew that the Western couldn't win because it has to win when it's in the West. You're going to hear a lot because a lot went down. The summer transfer window, the winter transfer window is soon to open, but the roster moves have already begun. San Diego FC has decided to let go of some release some loan players and retain some. I'll talk about it and I'll grade them. I've got 3 episodes coming throughout this weekend featuring all things San Diego FC, and Cypher's got one working on from Charlotte. So the MLS is coming hot and heavy. The Prem will be coming sooner rather than later. The footy is ramping up just like the TSK and just like Max Wrestling is each and every week, because it's the Maxie's time. Now is a perfect time for you to be checking out the website and following us on all the social media platforms. Max Wrestling UK on the Twitter, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Football Pod. Check out the beautifully done website where, again, you can go and you can vote for the Maxies. You can be a part of anything history-wise, and of course, it'll take you to the Facebook and all the other fun links, because that's what the beautiful part of a website is. It's got links. That's how the internet works, baby. Connection. Check it out, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button, follow button right here on the YouTube. Then head over to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, any other fun social. Cast Bizak. Shout out to Mike for that one. Check us all out. Follow us everywhere you can. Share us with all your friends. And again, now is the perfect time to make us your new home for all things wrestling.
We got links, they're multiplying.
Hey.
So
Reese fans are going nuts.
don't forget, there's no After Max this week, but you can head to the Max Wrestling Facebook group right now to join in on the conversations anyway. And we will, of course, see Cypher next week. Thank you once again. Goodbye. And good night. Bang.
Merry Christmas to you, know.
It feels like